social, was it social media? The last class we had, was it about, what was the topic we had? Sorry, I think I forgot.
Um,
Yes.
the topic is Churn modeling. Right? So
What's
we're
it?
doing visualization. Um, we did visualization.
Like,
That
I
was
was
very
trying
tough.
to
The
remember.
topic was like, yeah,
Yes, I know it's about visualization.
churn
Was
modeling.
what?
So visualization. That was
Oh, Churn modeling. Wait, wait. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Churn modeling. Okay, so it's okay, I can't remember what I used to say it again, unfortunately. I think it's this, right? I think it's this one. Maybe. Can someone unmute their mic? I want to be sure it is this data set. Is it this data set?
yes, but yes.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So now let's just start the class on whatever. I think we did not say it the last time we met. Okay, let's just start the class. So today we will extend more than 6 p.m. So I want everyone to actually look at it. So the first thing is this CSV. So we can see there is possible value, that's possible data loss. I think that's what's actually happening. Maybe because we not changed it from CSV. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click on your file and click on Save As. So let's click on our desktop here. So do you want, yeah, from CSV here, can you see? You have to change it to Excel workbook. That's the first thing. So click on OK. So can you see this one? Yeah, we can delete this one. So now let's continue. The first thing we want to do is we've added everything here. So today we want to introduce us to it, to visualization, and then let's do analysis. So that way it will be very fast. So visualization, what do we mean by visualization? Visualization is just when you are done with our analysis, you have to represent them with charts and graphs and stuff like that. So how do we create charts on in Excel? So that should be the first thing that have to come to our mind. How do we get about how do we even have the drawing board to have our charts and stuff there? So the first thing is you want to go to your view to create your drawing board and stuff. You can see this look like a normal Excel worksheet. So you want to click on heading. You want to remove all these A, B, C, D, this column header, and this row numbers. You want to remove everything. So you check this headings off. Can you see that one is gone? So you can see something like formula bar. That means if I should check this off, we want to erase this formula bar out of it. So let's check that off because you are trying to create a drawing board. Also, the next thing we want to check off will be what will be grid lines. So let's check our grid lines off. Hence, we now have a drawing board here. You can also see this. You can just click this off. And we now have a spacious drawing board there. Please, do you understand? You
Yeah.
understand how I get here? Okay, great. So the next thing we want to do is because we are trying to represent our data with graphs and charts and stuff. So we want to go into our insert and click on what illustration, click on shapes. So now let's try to put some. So let's do this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to right click on this one. Then you want to right click on your box. Then you can see something like format shape, right? If you click on format shape, you expect something to be here. So if you want your graphs or anything to be professional, you want to explore this particular right hand corner. What you can see there, this format shape. Everything you need to be a professional and visual let's say data analyst visualizer. Everything needs to be a professional. You just need to capitalize on this. So obviously, if I'm working on churn modeling, let's say I want to use something like I want to use something like white and red. Yeah, let's do something like white and red. So I want my color to be um white and red, something like that. So the first thing is no fill. So if I should click on no fill, what do you notice? We can see we have blue color here before, but then I actually want to click a color. So what I want to click here, the color is not here. So we want to click on more color. So we have something we call export. I think I've explained this. You can just go back to your browser. So I want to use something like a gray shade. So you just want to do something like this. Export. Sorry, export for gray. So you can just click on this one. So go to your images here. So can you see we have different shades of gray. So I want to know which type of gray do I want to work with. So now let me just click on this. I can't see this. Okay, can someone cram this for me? E8. Please, can someone write it somewhere? Okay, so can someone write it somewhere? E8, E9, E8. Okay, I think that's simple. So this, I want to use this color so I can see the X code you got E8, E9, E8. So you can just go to your Excel. Um, so you can just write it here. So you don't need to put hashtag there. It's not very confusing. So you want to start with E8, right? E9, E8. So let's click on OK. Can you see I have the same color there? If I should check out, can you see we have like a blue borderline there? Can anyone see that, please? I want this class to be very interactive because it is very delicate. Can someone see the blue borderline here? Anyone? Please unmute your mic. I can't see.
Yeah.
So you want to click on this line and you want to check on your line because I actually don't want any color there. So can you see now? I don't have any color there. So let's take this color. So another thing, let's try to create another illustration. I'm sorry. And it's so it's too bad for me. So I have to reduce this one, this family here. So let's do control. So actually, you can right click and you can see your format sheet. So the shortcut is control N. And you see, control one will also give you the same thing. The first thing is what shape are we trying to use here? So I'm trying to use, yeah. Okay, let me just a little bit like this. So let's use color white here. So it will be solid color actually. So you just want to go and click on your white. It is too whitish. Yes, it is. So you can just increase your transparency. So can you see? So it's giving, yeah, I think it is better, right? So you can see we have a blue line here, blue border line. So you want to click on this box again, click on no line. That is, you don't want any line there. So yeah, we are coming up with something. So you can see, let's go to our insert shape again. Go to shape here. Please, can you guys hear me clearly? And my line is not breaking. Okay, I guess people can hear me. Okay, so I want to thank you. So let's do something like this. So I'm not sure about this person. So again, okay. So let's color this one. Sorry, let's try to add color to this one. So let's just do the same color. I think this one should be this white. It should be color white. So you have to be very. This one is the transparency is 30%. So let's use the same transparency here. So 30% here. So enter. So the line, I don't want no line. So you can see it looks uniform. So I can do Control D for double. So if you actually does double the stuff for us here. So let's double it. Okay, let me do this. Okay, I think it's actually perfect. Okay, now let's do the same thing. That's true. So now let's try to do this. Just have to be very meticulous. So just stand out. So what we've done is what we call wireframe. Wireframe is just like these are so these are where the graphs will be when you eventually draw them. So the next thing is I actually like everything that is there. Honestly, I think it is too tough for me. So I just want to um, reduce the curve, the curveness, the curviness of it. So let's try to put it. Okay. Actually, when you are done with this, I think we actually did this last class, so that's why I'm trying to rush. So the next thing is, let's try to. Okay, actually, I need something. So control T. Okay, there is a box here. Okay. So let's do control one just to edit that shape. So we have this one should be color. I don't know what color we pick this. Let's go for color red. So let's take one color red here. Let's go for red. So because you have different shades of X code, which is why we are trying to do the stuff on this. So I like this. So let's go for this B5, then 40. So you can just go like this. So you can just click on this solid fill, click on this, click on this more color. Then let's go to this one should be G. Um, okay. So if we should click on, let's see. Okay, there is line there. So you want to click on. Okay, good. So now let's click on Control T. So you understand why we created this in the first, click on the first. So we are actually getting somewhere. We can see which professional. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click on this place, click on insert where is it? Sorry, text box. Okay. So you want to click on this one, then you can see our text box here. So let's just draw a box here. So remember, we are trying to work on churn modeling. So you can just say churn analysis, maybe employment. I'm not sure this is employment. Yeah, let me just say customer churn analysis. So this one will be customer churn. So control A, you want to highlight everything there. So go to your own tab, the color. Okay, so that you can see what I'm actually doing here. Let me just grab this one. So let's do control A. So I want to include the color. You can do it here also. Let's just increase this one to like 16. So let's place it in the center. Let's go in. Okay, sorry. So you can do something like this. So 16. So let's go in ice. Okay. Um, okay, let's change the fonts. So let's see. This button. Okay, let's improve this. Okay, let's drag it to where it's supposed to be. Okay, the first thing you want to do is control one, just to give you that your format shape. You can see we have like a white background here, which you don't want. So you want to click on no fill because I actually don't want no color. Now I can see I'm assuming the background color here. And if I should click out, you can see there's like a box. The borderline, there's like a black borderline there, which you don't want. So you want to click on this box open. So click on this borderline, then you want no line there. So you can see it's actually taking shape there. So maybe section. Okay, so it's looking good now. So the next thing we want to do is we've got some things KPI. So have I explained what KPI is? Anyone? If I have explained what KPI is, please can you reply with an emoji? So I know we are on the same page. Okay, we've actually explained what KPI is. KPI is just measures that that we need on our visual page. Okay, let me explain. KPI is KPI are measures that are very, very important that summarizes our data set basically. So now let's look at this at this at this at this data set. So what are the common what are the necessary KPI that we need here? So the first thing here, the first column here, this is row number. So in case you cannot see it, you can just go here. So we can see there is an intersection between the column header and the row number. You just want to click on this movie, then double tap on any borderline, on the borderline separating any column. So you can see there is the borderline between C and D. If I should navigate my cursor here, you can see it changes into what double edge arrow. So once you double click one, two. Okay. So now you can see everything here. We have our row number. Obviously, you cannot derive anything from this one. So you can as well just delete it here. So we have our customer ID. You can't derive anything from there. You can delete it. Also, we have our surname. You can delete it. So let me just write this here. Okay. So the credit score, we have credit score here. We have geography. We have gender. Okay. Now I want to know how many countries are we dealing with. That will be our number one KPI. So KPI are just something that summarizes all the old data sets. So let's say I'm working on a sales data set now. Obviously, I want to know how much have we made in total? What's our cost price? What's our payment price? What's the profit? Those are the KPIs. They are just things that summarizes all the other data set. In this case, I want to know, okay, how many countries are we dealing with? How many gender are we dealing with? What's the maybe we can also say how many people have visited the company and how many people are still with us. Those are the things that we actually need in our company. So the first thing is I want to start with geography. So because we lost our stuff, right? We can just do something like Control T. Control T will help us create a table. So when we create a table, you can see this highlighting everything and you can see something like 10,000 and one. We want to click on OK. So we've actually created a table. What's next thing? We want to summarize this data set. That is, you want to make an analysis. I want to make some analysis out of this data set. So the next thing you want to do is you want to click on this insert tab, click on your pivot table. And we all know that this pivot table is a table that summarizes our data set. So it is asking you where do you want to click your pivot table. Obviously, this is a table here, so you can just click on what from table or range. So let's wait for that drop down. Um, Okay. So the first thing is because I actually created an analysis workbook here, so you can just click on this existing worksheet. So it's not asking you what's the location of this worksheet. So you want to click on this place, then maybe just click on one of these cells here. So you want to click on add this data to data module, then click on OK. Oh, okay. Um, okay, we still understand to this step. Everyone, please reply with an emoji so I know everyone is listening. Okay, the first thing we want to know is we want to know how many what was the first thing? How many countries do we have here? So I think in this data set here, we can see we have geography, which is the one summarizing our country, right? So let's go to our analysis. We want to do geography. We have to drag it down into the value to give it a number. So you can see we are dealing with 10,000 countries. And does that make sense? Can someone unmute their mic? Do you think we have up to 10,000 countries in this world? Can someone unmute their mic? Let me hear his or her voice. Anyone? It will be sweeter if we can reply, please. Okay. So because you ordinarily you know, thank you. So ordinarily you know this data set is not correct or it's wrong. So you can just see there's a drop down here. So instead of counting all the numbers, what it has just done here is that where is it? Excel counts everything, or it counted everything, all the countries that it has in this particular row. Sorry, in this row, it counts everything. You can see Spain reoccur countless times. So every time Spain reoccur, it counts it. Maybe Spain 1, Spain 2, which is very wrong. So we want to do France. Anytime France reoccur, and the number will still be 1. Spain should be 2. Anytime Spain will occur, the number should be still be 2. So that's what makes us in this analysis. You have to click on this drop down, click on this value fit setting, then let's drag down. So you can see something like distance count. That is, if you count distinctively, anytime you see a reoccurring value, just count it as 1. You understand? That's basically the meaning of distance count. Then click on what's okay. So you can see what we have here is just 3 countries. So you can just reference it outside here. You have what? You have 3 countries here. I'm sorry, equals to this one. You have to reference that one. Then click on enter. So you can see we have 3 countries here. So that will be the first thing you want to do here. We want to insert our text box here. Where is it? Okay, insert our text box here. So what in this box here we've created. So go to our view, enable our formula bar. That's very, very important. Okay, let's click out. So we can see our formula bar is enabled already. So now to import our value from our analysis page down to our visualization page, you just have to click on this, what do you call it? On the borderline of this text was you've created, then click in the formula bar, you want to write something like equals to. So just navigate your mouse to the analysis page, then click on this 3, then enter. Can you see your 3 automatically disappear into your visualization page? So you can just edit this one. You can double click Control A so you can highlight that 3. Go to your home tab. What are you trying to do? Maybe I want to increase the value, so you can just change it to, let's say, 16. Let's see how big that will be. Okay, not that bad. So let's bold in it. What else can we do? Um, let's just increase it better more. I think that's better. Okay, good. So you can just reduce it. So now we can format this one. We can just do Control 1, which is the shortcut for formatting our shape. So you can see there is actually a white background. If you put it somewhere here, you can see there is a white background there. So we want to click on no fill, no borderline. I think I've explained what borderline is. So let's see that. So we can see we have 3, right? So you just want to shape it there. So you can actually do Control D. Control D is just like you are doubling it instead of creating a new text box that will undergo the same formatting. You can just double it. So the same formatting will apply to everything. So let me just try to set it here. So Control D again, Control D again, Control D again. Okay, I think that's already now. So you can see this thing is not straight. You can see this KPI value. This one, let me just increase it here. So actually, there's a way to systematically increase it. I think I actually taught us last week. So let's also control D here. So this one will start for our title here. So you can just say something like this. Control A. You can just do something like country. Country. Number. Okay. So control A. Let's go to our own. Instead of 20, this one should be like 12. Is that better? Okay, I think that's too small. Let's do 13. Okay, that's better. So you can see now, this country number, even though I don't like the color, so let's just do control A. Let's change the color here. The color should be something like this dark gray. Let's look at this. Okay, this is not bad, you know. This is not bad. So now let's use this. Maybe this should be a darker gray. I don't know. Control. Let me just go to my home. And let's look at a darker gray. It's not, I can't see the effect here. Um, is there an effect? Okay. Let's check if either. Let's check this. Okay. I think this is better actually. Okay, so now you can just control D. So this will be our title for the remaining KPIs that we have here. Okay, good. So because we've actually changed this, so you can just click on our control key. I want to delete everything we have here. Delete. So why did I even delete it? Okay, so I just do this. Control T. Okay, great. So it's already taking shape, right? So that will be our first thing. Now let's go back to our churn modeling. So we want to know how many gender do we have here. So let's go back to our analysis. This is a pivot table, right? So you want to copy our pivot table, click it on this one, Control V. So we all know that we don't need geographic, we need gender now. So you want to drag your gender into the value. And you can see we have 10,000 gender. Is that even possible? And now, can someone propose this proper a possible solution to this? How can we get the accurate number of gender we have in this data set? Anyone, please unmute your mic. Thank you.
Distance count or something.
Anyone, I will call names. So, yeah, you have to click on this drop down here, then click on value field setting, then drag it down. You can see distance counts here. So you click on OK. So you can see you actually have two gender. So you want to click on equals to, then reference this gender. So you can see. So go back to our visualization. In this place, you just want to click on the borderline and remove this one, obviously. Click on the borderline here, remove everything here except equals to, right? So when your equals to is activated, you want to click on your analysis, click on this place, then enter. So your two automatically disappear. The next thing you want to do is you want to click on this one, go to your own tab. You can see this 20 bold and gray color. So that's what you want to do to this one. So where is it? So do Control A. So go back to your home tab. So this one will be 20. So you just have to be consistent. 20 bold, then this color. Okay. That's not happening. So this has to be 20. Okay. So instead of country number now, this one has to be what? Gender. Nice. So you can just realign this. Okay. Now let's move forward. So now let's go back to our churn modeling. We have our gender, we have age, we have tenure. We actually don't need this. So the next thing is we want to know how many people have left our country, have left our company, and how many people are still here. with us. So let's do something like um okay. Okay. So now let's just click on this. The exited, we are trying to look at the exited now. So now let's go to our analysis. Sorry. So let me just try to save it so we won't encounter any disaster. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I think I've saved it. I know what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's copy this pivot table. Remember, this is a pivot table. So copy, Control C, then let's paste it here. You have to be very organized with your analysis because here they do check analysis. So we want to know how many people has exited. So now let's look at age. Do we have anything to gain here? So we don't actually have any age, anything to do with age. Actually, there are some things to do with age, but yeah, in this case, um, maybe you want to know how much this balance. I think this balance means how much um sorry, can someone tell me what's the meaning of balance? Does that mean how much is in their account or how much they spend in our company? I'm trying not to understand that. Anyone, please, let's join ideas
I think
together. We are
balance
building this
means the
together.
remaining amount in the account.
Okay. So probably this. Thank you. So now maybe I just want to know how many people have left our company and how many people are still in our company. So we just want to do analysis here. So the the column of concern is what is exited here. So we can just do something like this. So can you see it's giving me 2037. Actually, that's false. I want to know how many people has exited, how many people has are still in our company. So because I actually want to break them down, so I will drag this one into rows. So I can see zero. Zero is for no. Actually, assuming I've done data cleaning. Remember, I've done data cleaning in the last class, but as fate will have it, it it got deleted. So today you just want to click on this zero. You can see zero means no, right? That means sorry. Why do we have 2037 one? That's wrong. Something is happening. Exited. Okay, it's giving some. Can you see it's giving some of exited? Which is that means 0 plus 0 plus 0 is still 0. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is still 1. So which is not supposed to show. So we have to count it to what to count. So as a data analyst, you just have to be very conscious. So you will not make a mistake. Because 0 means no, and which is why data cleaning is better. So assuming I've cleaned this data set, it will be very better. So 0 means these people are still in our company. 1 means people have left, right? So you want to make this one equals to, right? Then you also want to do something like this equals to this. So the next thing you want to do is you want to represent this in our, what do you call it? In our visualization tab. So you can just click on this one, right? Click on the borderline here. So erase everything except equals to, right? So what do you want to do again? Go to our analysis. This one would be people that are here. So click on enter. So we can see 796. So we want to double click on this one. Sorry. Let me try to do that again. I don't know why. So 7963. Enter. What's happening? Click on the borderline here. Erase everything to equals to. Click on analysis 7963. Enter. Okay. So why is it not working before? So Control A, click on my own tab. I knew this one is 20. Then I knew bold, then this color. Okay, the 20 is not working. I don't know why. Let's go back to 20. Okay, great. Okay, instead of this one will be customer that are still with us. What can we possibly we return their name with? So we can just do something like customer that are still with us. Let's do um active. Let's do active member, something like that. So we can just say active member. So we can just say active members. Okay. So now this one will be people that have left, right? So the same thing. Click on the borderline, erase everything, leave one equals to there, then the equal sign there, then people that have left, right? So you can do 2007. So click on everything, Control A, highlight it, go here, 20, change this one to 20, click on your enter key, then bolding it, click on this color also. So let's see. Good. So now the last one, okay. Actually, I don't have anything for the last. Okay, I think I'll just delete this because I don't have anything there. So let's just do something like this. In case you cannot hear me, please let me know. So I hold my control key, then I'm selecting every entity here. I hold my control key while doing this. So I can just move it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Great. So instead of this, so I can just say, um, is it inactive or inactive? Yeah, inactive. Inactive. Or let me just say, churned customer. Churned customer. Customer. So instead of active member, I think active customers will be better. Okay. So now let's go. So what do I want to do here? So I want to do something like this. So all these are just visualization gimmicks. So I just want to do a text box like this. So inside this text box, I want to write visualization. So visualization. So let's click on this. Sorry, Control A. So let's make this color white. Yeah. I think both. So you can't see that color white here, but you know there's color white there. If you actually move it here, there's actually color white there because there is background color there, which is why you can't see the color there. So you have to do something we call control one, just format the shape. So if you click on no fill, you can see it better now. And we don't need the borderline here. So we want to click on visualization. So you can see something like this. So that's better. So now that's happening. So let's see visualization here. Okay, good. So this one, control one, I actually don't want color white there. I want like a shade of brown and gray. Is this better? Yeah, maybe. So the same thing for this one. Maybe a shade of gray like this. Okay, yeah, better. So now, control D. Okay, so this one will be analysis. So this one will be data sets. Now let me explain what I'm trying to do. So everyone will be on the same page. So I want to, by the end of, when we are done with this analysis, I want to create a button, right? This particular thing that we see here would be like a button. So when you click on this visualization, it will show this visualization page. So when you click on analysis, it will show this analysis page. Sorry, what did I click? Okay. So when you click on this analysis here, when you click on this button here, it will show our analysis page. So when you click on this data set, it will show our data set page. Please, do you understand that? Can you get out an emoji or something so I will know you guys are waiting, please? Okay. Okay. People are still waiting. Good. So that's basically why I'm doing this thing. So let's just continue. This thing is not perfect yet, but we'll be perfect is as time goes by. So we don't have enough time. So the next thing is I want to know, okay, how many our customer are being churned from what country? So we want to do something like we want to count our company analysis here. So you want to copy a pivot table here. Control C. Please make your pivot table neat. A lot of recruiter usually look through your analysis. Will look through your analysis. So what do you want to do now? You have to remove this one by just dragging it away. So then you have your new pivot table there. So you want to know how much uh how many customer are with us from different country. So let's just stay with where do we get our country? So we have France, Spain, and Germany. So we can just do like this value. So we actually have a lot of customer from France, a lot of followed by Germany, followed by Spain. That means we don't have a lot of customer in Spain. So we actually want to know how many people have left us in Spain. But let's visualize this one. To visualize this one, you just click on any value on this particular pivot table, right? You will click on something we call insert. So on this insert, under our chart section, you can see we have various charts here. So you want to click on anything. But as a novice, you don't know what chart you want to represent this particular stuff with. So you can just click on recommended charts, right? So we have different charts here. Can you see when you click on column, it is already showing you what it will look like. So when you click on line, it's already showing you what it will look like. So when you click on bar, it's already showing you what it will look like. So when you click on bar, it's showing you what it will look like. But I think I actually prefer bar in this case. So let's click on bar. Okay. So we can see it is arranging this bar chart. Sorry. Oh, God. Please let me think water. Okay. So let's continue. So we can see we have our chart is loaded in is arranged in from the smallest to the lowest, sorry. From the lowest to the highest.
But in this case, I actually want it from the highest to the lowest. So the thing you will do is in this pane, you can just do something like sort. So if you sort from largest to smallest, nothing is happening. So let's sort from smallest to largest. Hence it is changing. That means, and this is exactly what I want. So let's do Control X. So when you do Control X, that means it basically cut the chart from the analysis page here. So we want to go to our visualization because this is where we actually need it. You want to do something like Control V to paste it there. So yeah, you want to edit it to fit it into that box there. So the first thing is Control 1. Okay, without Control 1. The first thing is this. Let me enlarge it so we can see it better. This particular thing, you want to do total. This total now, it's not communicating anything, it's just total, nothing is there. So you just want, the first thing is you want to remove this one by pressing your delete on your keyboard. Yeah. So you can see there are buttons here too. We don't need this button. So you can right click on any of these buttons, any of these two buttons. Then you'll see something like hide or feed button on chart. You want to do that too. So we also have grid line. This grid line means zero, this 1000, this 2000 mark. We don't need that. So you want to reduce, you want to remove that one. So now you're trying to make it more professional. Can you see? It's already looking like the professional dashboard already. So this X axis, you actually don't need it. Why? Because I will tell you an alternative. So you can see there's a plus sign here. So this plus sign here, if you click on this axis title, so it is giving me axis title, that is there will be a title for this one. So any learned person will know France, Germany, and Spain is a country, are countries, sorry. So you don't need to add the title there, which is why you will not be adding this sorry, which is why you'll not be adding this axis title there. So we have data labels. So instead of having that 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever, so you can just add our data labels and you can actually see the number of France, the number of Germany, the number of Spain in directly from here. So let's say data table. Nobody needs that. Someone's asked a question.
Yes.
Hello,
Okay,
please can you?
please, what do you do to remove the grid line?
I just delete it. I click on the grid line, then I delete. I press delete on my keyboard. Is that fine? Hello, is she with me?
Please, I can't hear you. I can't hear what you said just now.
I said I just click on the grid line, one of the grid line.
Okay.
I click on them, then I press delete on my keyboard.
Okay, thank you. I understand.
Okay, great. So we have our data table. If I should click on this data table, Spain is 2477. Obviously, I can see it here. So you don't want redundancy in your chart. So you just have to click on off. Just have to check this off. We have the error bar. In this case, we are not dealing anything with error. We have the grid line. So for someone that not understand the other time, so these are the grid line. You can enable it again if you actually need it. So I just click on one of them. So it will highlight everything. So and I press delete on my keyboard and everything disappear. So legend, you can add legend, which in this case we don't need a legend. So we also need trend line. Trend line is just to predict, that is from Spain, it is going to France. That means France is a better place because you have a lot of customer there. But that's not how to make a decision. You don't want to know, we want to know how many customers do we churn off, or how many people have left our France country, how many people have left our Spain country. If a lot of people are leaving our France and a lot of people are staying in our Spain, basically maybe Spain is even better. So that's how to make decision. You just okay, now this is a better one. So the next thing you want to do is you want to do control one, right? Control one. Control one is just to format shape. So the first thing is no fill. Can you see? It removed the that white background that was there before. So now let's just try to fit this one here. So can you see? Yeah, it's already taking shape. Now let's look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it because I'm using an enlarged laptop screen. So you can see there's like a borderline here. Please try to zoom your meeting, Google Meet. It will actually zoom. So try to zoom it. So you can see there's a borderline here. So I actually want to remove this borderline. So you click on that borderline there, right? So you click on this place, then click on no line. So if I should click off now, can you see the borderline has been removed? Okay, the next thing I want to do is this and this the space between each bar is too long, it's too much. So you want to reduce the space here. You can just say something like this. I think this should be or it's better. Okay, maybe better now. Okay, let's click on this legend, right? So you can click on this legend here. Can you see on this last option here, we have something we call outside end. Do you want it outside end or do you want it inside end? In this case, I actually want it inside end. So you can click on your own, change the color to white. Can you see it's better there? Then yeah, let's go. I think this is better. Now this bars also. So let's click on our bars. So our bars now, you want to change it because you actually have a color code. The color code is gray and white. Gray and white. So you want to click on this. I think the gray we used the other time was it this? No. The gray I used for this one was it is. I'm not sure. Was it this? I guess it was this. Okay, it's already taking shape. So you can just click on this one, on this y-axis. So click on make it bold. Yeah, yeah, I think it's getting better. Maybe increase it a little bit. I don't know. Okay, okay, it's taking shape. So now let's try to enlarge this now. Okay, it will occupy our page, all our space with left for it. Okay, good. It's already taking shape. That's one of many. So we have to finish everything today. I've told you already that we used a little past 6 p.m. So this one you can just say demographics, or let's say customer demographics. So let's say something like custom. Let me just say couple population by country. Easy by countries, yeah. So you can just do Control A, then bold in this. So let's click it. Why is not? Anyway, let's go back. Okay, I think this is better. So now let's move on. So the next thing is you want to know oh God. Okay, the next thing is you want to know how many people are being churned out of France, how many people are being churned out of Spain, how many people are being churned out of Germany. So it will basically be this. So remember to keep your analysis page very neat. Can you see how mine is? It's even better if you can write a topic on it. Write a topic on it. So it will be easier to explain when you are going through interview. So we have geography. So you also want to look at heritage. Yeah. So we have something like this. So this zero means they are still in our company. This one means they have left our company. So we can see almost half of people in Germany have left our company. Hello, please can you guys hear me? Please reply with an emoji so I will know you guys are with me. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to because it is very delicate. I'm trying to, all this we are doing, all this stuff we are doing, we are trying to make a decision. It's not like we are just drawing graphs or whatever. We are trying to make a decision. So let's look at this thing. You can see almost half of people in this Germany have left. So Germany is a bad place um to have to have to have our sorry, like 37% of people have left, 66 are staying here. So in this one and this one, Spain and France is still a better place. So now if I'm trying to have a new company, I would advise them to have it either in Spain or France because they have better retentive customer retentive strategy. And Germany would be a no-no for me. And if I'm a data analyst also, I will also advise this company that German companies are of certain concern that we should place a watch over them. You understand? So you want to know maybe they don't have um, a good retention strategy and you want to propose a new retention strategy. That's how to make decision as a data analyst. It's not like you're just drawing graph for fun. They're trying to make a decision from the data. You get so let's just do this. Click on one of them. Click on recommended charts. So we have this. So let's just go with this one. So we want to click on OK. So the first thing is Control X because this is not our visualization pane. This is our visualization pane here. Control V. Okay, let's click on this. So I want to save it because I don't want to use this one again. So let's just click on this. So the first thing is let me try to invite it so everyone can see it very well. So the first thing is we have buttons here. You want to remove this button, right? You can see something like hide all feed button on charts, right? So we have our grid line. We don't need our grid line also. So you can press delete on your keyboard. It's very easy. So we don't need all these since we've removed the grid line. So we can't easily trace any of this. So we want to remove our y-axis. So can we see? So we can see it's already looking great. So we don't want to remove Spain, Germany, and France because obviously if we delete this one, let us say we delete this one. No, where is it? Can you see? You can't differentiate which one is Spain, which one is Germany, which one is France. That's even so bad of us. So the first thing is you want to do Control Z. So we can play down. So let's do Control 1 so we can change this. So the first thing you want to do is let's go back to our color. We don't want this white background, so we click on white and no fill, then no line. So where is it not working? No fill, no line. Okay. So it's already taking shape. Mm. Okay. So now we can see there is no title here. So we want to click on this plus button. We want to click on the chat title because it's going to be the title, obviously. So the next thing is we have our legend here. So this legend is supposed to tell us people that are in our company. Can you see we have zeros and one here, which is not supposed to be so. We're actually supposed to, which is why, let me just try to do it here. So the first thing is wherever we see one, we replace it with churned customer. So we can just press Control F. Let's put this down. So what are we finding? Wherever we see one, wait, oh, one means yes, one means I've left. That's joint customer. And customer. I remember I've taught us this various times. So you can just do replace all. Yeah, Control Z. 45,000. That's so bad. Yeah, Control Z is okay. So Control F. So control one. So I have to do match entire cell contents. So replace okay. Can I see it is only for this? Okay, so 0 will be active customer. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So let's go to our visualization page. Go back to our data. So we can see we have 0 and 1 here. So let's refresh all. Can you see? It has changed to what? Active customer and refresh. So now we want our legend to be. Can you see? When you click on this legend, there's a drop down here. So you can just click on this one. Where do you want it? I think when it is at when it's at the top is better. So yeah, let's just look at this. It's taking shape. So another thing we want to do is we want to press Control 1 again. We don't know what Control 1 stands for now. So let's go back here. So we don't want a line also. What else? What else? What else? What else can we do? Okay, now let's click on the bars. Okay, so now there is gap width, series overlap. Let's do this overlap. Yeah, this overlap is better. Let's do 34% here. So what are we trying to do? Remember, this churn customer is that means these are the people of concern, and that's why we want to represent it with color red. That's people of concern. So now let's just do something like where is our color? So this bar, where's the color? Orange. So we want to change it to this red. And this one will be the normal color we've been using. This gray. What's the shade of gray? Can you see I'm trying to make it uniform? Can you see? It's better now. So we can see. Can you see jamming? Jamming turned like half of the customer of Germany left Germany. Can you see people that left, people that the customer that we retain, people that left, the customer that we retain. People that left is almost as half of the customer that we retain. So in this case, if you want to place Germany as a as a country of serious concern, maybe you want to propose a new retentive strategy law or something. So let's just continue. We don't have enough time, honestly. So now let's just do let's try to increase this, then broaden it. Where else? So now who can tell me what's the suitable title for this one? Anyone, please suggest something so we can move on. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. Let me just do customer churn. Right. Yeah, let's just do this. I think this is better. Let's just put in it. So you have to make it unique. You have to check this one. This one is 12. Sorry. This control A. So this is 14, so you have to make it 12. Okay. So we are moving. So I can see ref. What does that mean? Okay. Let me just write equals to this. So equals to this. So let's go back to my visualization. Can you see? Everything has been. That's why I said you don't need to correct anything in your visualization. You just need to correct stuff in the back end. Then you will correct everything on your visualization because we are not just creating a graph, then imputing the numbers ourselves. You see? Now let's just move on. And let me save it. I'm sorry for taking your time. Please, do I have the permission to continue? If you think you can continue, please can you reply with an emoji? Only one person agreed to continue. You guys are tired. Okay, it's understandable, sure. Okay, don't worry. I'll be very fast with the stuff we have here. So let's just do age. So we already know that we have age age group. Remember, we did it last time. So I'll just try to do it here. So I think we should um okay. So this age now I'm trying to do another way. You can see I'm not using Power Query or whatever now. So we have different way of cleaning data. So you can just change this column one. Let's just change it to age group. Age group. Remember, we've done all this before. It could have been a walk in the park, assuming I'd not lose the data, but I did. So I'm sorry. So the first thing you want to do now is let me remove this one first. So look at this age. So we have 18 from ranging from 18 to what to 92. So we want to separate them, we want to classify them into different age groups. We want to do something like equals to age, right? So you can just do if function, that is, what's the logical test? If this particular value here, if it is greater than or equals to let's say 30, right? So what should we return? Return Gen Z. Gen Z. So remember, because this is a text data type, which is why I'm putting it in a double quotation mark, comma. So you don't need to use if. If you cannot use if, use your Power Query, right? Because I don't want to use that time. I don't have that time, which is why I'm using if. If is not working on your computer. So the next thing is, I'm sorry. The next thing is giving me logical test too. If this particular column, okay, if it is not greater than or less than 30, what if it is greater than or equals to let's say, sorry, greater than or equals to is 30 means what? All the value above 30, no, it should be less than or equals to 30. That's Gen Z. So when it is now greater than, less than, sorry, when it is less than or equals to, let's say 60, comma, that would be we should return um millennial. Okay, sorry, comma. So logical test 3. Okay, if the value here is, let's just say it is greater than, we have less than 60 millennial. If it is less than 18, less than equal, let me just say less than 18. Let's return what should we return? Let's return adults. Yeah, let's return adults. So you just want to click on this one. I know it's a lot, sure. So want to anything greater than or equals to 18, return, what should we return? Return elders. Then close your bracket here. So can you see we actually filled them? So now if you see millennial now, you can see 42 is millennial because it is more than 30, obviously. Can you see Gen Z? It is less than 30. Can you see 25 Gen Z? You have 34 millennial. So basically that's good. So go back to your visualization tab, go to your data, then click on refresh horizon. Okay, maybe I'll go back to my analysis. Sorry. Go back to analysis. Where is the refresh button? Refresh all. Refresh all. So let's wait for it to refresh. Okay, it's already it has refreshed. So let's copy one of the pivot table here. Control C, Control V. So let's click on pivot table. Click on this field list here. So here. So what are we trying to do? We want to know how many what do you call it? How many, what do you call it now? Age group. Sorry, this is what I'm trying to find. I don't know why that's my thing. So let's so we can see, can you see churned customer? Now, this is how to make reference. So that this is how to make something. You can see a lot of people that left our company are what millennial, that is ranging from 30 to 60. They get ranging from 30 to 60. So if I'm to, as a data analyst, one of the recommendation I would prove that most of our company, our customer are millennial, that is ranging from 30 to 60. Some of them are actually, a lot of them too are Gen Z. But if you are a Gen Z, that is, if you are less than 30 years, there's high probability that you are not leaving our company. Can you see? Current customer is just 148 out of 1,820. But if you're a millennial, you have a higher chance of leaving our company. So, as a data analyst, I will propose our target customer. Sorry, yes, our target customer should be millennial one. Our target customer should be millennial one. Our target advertisement should be tailored down to millennials. That is people ranging from 30 to 60. So you don't want to, you I already know that my most of my customer are 30 to are within the range of 30 to 60. I don't want to put my advert on Nickelodeon, or what do you call it, or on cartoon. No, you don't want to do something like that. So that's why, as a data analyst, you are needed in any company because you need to make decisions. You're not just there to visualize charts. No, you have to contribute to the development of the company. Please, do you understand that? If you understand, please can you reply with an emoji so I know you guys are with me? Oh, okay. Man. Okay, let's just do this one also. So let's just create our charts, go to inserts, recommended charts. So sorry, we end this one. And then guys are ready. This one is not as good. Let's look at column. Okay, this is better. Okay, let's use this. Basically, what we've done then. So Control X. So let's just click on this one. Control V. So we've formatted this one. So you can actually, because you are using the same style here, we formatted this one. You can just click on this borderline here, click on your home tab. So you can see something like format painter here. So it will apply all the format, all the format we had here. It will apply it into this one. So all you have to do is click on this format painter and click on this one. And it's not working. Okay, it's not working. It's supposed to work though. Let me just do it fast. Delete. So this one and delete. Click my plus button. My data label should be at the top. No. Sorry, I mean legend. Legend should be at the top. Yeah, these are the ones. Okay. Elders is not even existing. Okay, instead of creating the analysis, I don't think elders, we have elders. So let me just stop at our dots here. So let me just say anything less than or equals to 100 here. So let's run this. So let me just refresh here. Okay, this is okay. So, control one. So basically, it's just what we've done before. So this one should be. So basically, it's just what we've done before, so which is why I'm not talking. I expect us to have seen it countless time. So let's add our chart starting. Oh, okay. So okay, this is 10 and board. So this should be 10 and board. Not 10.5. Okay. So the chart title, who can tell me this one? It should just be customer churn. Customer churn. By age group. Okay. Um, okay. Now let's look at it now. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Don't worry. No. We try to finish it up tomorrow. Okay. So I will not take a lot of our time. We spend 18 minutes more than necessary. So tomorrow, are you with me? So we try to complete the three line. So we try to make it more advanced tomorrow, basically. We try to add icons. Tomorrow we add icons. We try to make all these buttons work. So you want to come prepare, you want to join this class early because you want to watch how we complete everything. One, we want to add, you can see if I click on this visualization now, nothing is happening. Can you see? If I click on this button, nothing is happening. So we want to add icons to all these things. So we want to make all these things look professional. Then we want to complete this thing. There's something we call slicer. If you're adding our slicers here, then we want to complete three more visual here. So please can someone take note of that in case I forget tomorrow? We want to add icon, that's number one. Who is taking note of that, please? Can you plug an emoji so I will know it's on save and anyone, please reply with an emoji. Okay, someone is taking it. So the first thing you want to do is want to do icon here, icon on almost everything. So that's one. Then also want to add a functional button here. So that would be two. So we want to add slice stars here. Slice stars from the word slice. Then just add slice stars. That's three. Then we want to complete this visualization thing. Then make it more professional. That's four. Okay, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Everyone, thank you for joining today's class. We'll meet tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye. Thank you.